So you're thinking about making a move to Fairview, Texas, or maybe you've never heard of Fairview. Fairview is one of the best places to live in all of North Texas and is very unknown. A lot of people don't know about it and don't talk about it. And I'm not really sure why that is, but we're going to be covering some of the pros and cons of living in Fairview, Texas. So you're going to want to stick around because we're getting after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel, subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current real estate market here in North Dallas, or like today, Fairview, Texas. My name is Preston. We get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you every single day looking to make a move to North Dallas, and we absolutely love it. Whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Dallas. So let's jump right in. So we're going to be talking about Fairview, Texas. Fairview, Texas is just northeast of Dallas, very, very close to McKinney. So south of McKinney, so you can get to the downtown square and things like that. You're going to be right next to Allen and Plano, and a short drive over to Frisco. Fairview is in kind of the more populated areas, but it's just east of those areas, and it's only 8.8 square miles. So Fairview itself is actually a very, very small location overall. The population is only around 10,000 people here in 2022. So not a big area, but definitely feels bigger than it is due to the location of it. So the average income here in Fairview is over $150,000. So overall, people that live in Fairview make a very good living, and because of that, you know, a lot of the homes are going to be a little bit higher priced here in Fairview, and we'll get after that. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit. So let's jump into the first pro. The first pro of living in Fairview, Texas would have to be the school district. So Fairview is the #1 rated school district in all of Collin County. That is out of 30 school districts nearby. So if you don't know what Collin County is, some of the places that are part of Collin County would be places like Plano, Frisco, Prosper, Allen, all the major areas that we hear about more often. And Lovejoy ISD, which is part of Fairview, is the #1. It is also in the top 1% in the entire nation as far as school districts go. So if you want your kids to be in the absolute best school district, Fairview is where that is. So if you're worried about coming from out of state and maybe trying to find a private school, or maybe you were looking in Frisco and Prosper and you want another option as well for maybe a little smaller community, Fairview is amazing. Lovejoy ISD. So one of the things to keep in mind with that is that depending on where you live in Fairview, you could be going to McKinney schools or Lovejoy ISD. So if you want to be in the #1 school district, I'm not saying McKinney is bad, but you just need to make sure that you have that information of what school district this house is located at. And with that, the home prices for the homes that are in Lovejoy ISD are going to be quite a bit higher priced due to that school district. So that has a lot to do with where prices are at in the area. So if you see one home that's a lot lower priced than the other, but very similar otherwise, that's probably the reason. The next pro would have to be the location. I love the location of Fairview. Like I said, it's very, very close to McKinney, Plano, all the top locations that you hear about all the time, Allen. And there is tons of stuff to do around here, especially for a small town. Anytime I talk about a town that's got 10,000 or less people, there's usually not much going on, and I put a con as entertainment, but that is not the case here in Fairview. We've got the villages at Allen. We've got Waters Creek, Fairview Town Square, I believe. We've got the Allen Outlets. We've got the Allen Events Center for sports teams, concerts, everything you can imagine. You're close to Whole Foods, all the shopping and dining options you could possibly imagine. There's also tons of parks around Fairview, and in Fairview and around Fairview. So if you want to get in the outdoors, there's a lot of wide open spaces as well. So as far as a central location to where, you can pretty much get to everything and, you're never bored, Fairview is an amazing option for you. Like I said, there's so much to do, so much to see, and you're also not that far from Frisco as well, because you're going to be off of 75 and 121, which are the major highways, and so you can get anywhere very quickly. From no matter what you're trying to do, you can get there pretty fast. I forgot to also mention that there is Top Golf nearby. So I know many of you have heard of Top Golf, but there's a Top Golf right down the street. You can basically go any time of the year, and it is one of the most fun places to hang out, bring the family, or have some kind of event. And with that as well, as far as the location goes, is job opportunities. So Fairview, because of where it's located, there's job opportunities galore everywhere. This is kind of the hub of where all the major businesses and Fortune 500 companies have been moving over the last few years, not just Dallas, but places like Plano and Frisco. So if you want to live outside of those locations and still be able to get there pretty quickly, it's a great spot for you. The next pro would have to be that it's a small town. So, but on top of that, you can basically get two different worlds in Fairview. So I know a lot of people don't want to be in the most populated areas, but Fairview is a great in between with that. So what I mean by that is there's lots of neighborhoods and locations in Fairview that are wide open spaces, large lots, and it can really feel like a small, quiet town. But you can also, like I said, get everywhere really quickly, and there's entertainment everywhere, all the shopping you can think of and dining you can think of. So you get the best of both worlds when you're living in Fairview. So if you like a little bit of each, there's tons of options for that. So that's one of my favorite things about Fairview. So I don't have a lot of bad things to say about Fairview, but the number one con of living in Fairview would have to be home prices overall. So the average home price just recently sold was over $700,000. So it's going to be a lot more expensive than most of the other areas that we talk about on a regular basis, and that may be part of the reason why we don't hear and get a lot of calls about Fairview. So with that, there's also some opportunities for lower priced homes in Fairview. There's some townhomes, there's 55 and up communities as well, and there's a few different neighborhoods that are going to be in the $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 range. So it's a lot more reasonable. But overall, if you were to get on Zillow or any other website, or if I were to set up a search for you in a certain price point, you're going to see that a majority of the homes are going to be in the higher price points. So that's just something to think about before you think about making a move to the Fairview area, is that depending on what you're looking for, what type of house, you're going to pay a little more per square foot due to being in the best school district in Collin County. But overall, I think Fairview is one of the most underrated places in all of North Texas. I would move my family there in a heartbeat and live there. It is a safe place to live, tons of opportunities for jobs, and lots of entertainment, with also that feeling of country living that people like to do or like to have when they move over to Texas every once in a while. So not a huge long video. I guess I could throw out every once in a while somebody throws out weather. So I might as well throw out weather, because we're here in the summer of 2022, and my goodness, it is extremely hot. We've been over 100 degrees for like a week or two now. And I think we only had 800 degree days all of last year, and we're well surpassed that here. So if you don't like the heat, may not be the best place for you. But I have had quite a few people who moved here recently from places like California, and they basically said that it wasn't as bad as they thought. It wasn't nearly as humid. It's definitely not going to be as humid as the coast, like Houston, or if you're coming from Louisiana or Florida or something like that. So not as bad as what some people talk about, but you need to come see it and check it out for yourself, and I would love to help you out with that. So make sure to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. I'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to North Dallas. And also make sure to check out the vlog videos of places like Fairview and surrounding areas. And if I don't have a video of the city you want info on, make sure to comment below and let me know what you'd like to see. I'd love to help you out. Until next time, I hope to see you around town. Thanks for watching.